Our next guest has a passion for molecular gastronomy. And get this, she's only 16. Brooke Moore's passion has led her to invent an edible alternative to plastic food wrap. And she's just won the Girl Boss Innovation Award for it. Morena, Brooke.
Hi.
It is so cool. So just tell us about this food wrap, which is called Wrapt. Why is it special?
So a truckload of plastic enters the oceans every minute. So there's obviously a massive need for something to be done about this plastic use, and something that hasn't really been looked at that much is plastic wrap. So I've decided to come up with an alternative to plastic wrap, and it's also edible and biodegradable.
I mean, that's all great, and I'm sure that a lot of young people would think, I'd love to come up with an alternative to plastic wrap, but how do you actually go about doing that?
So I'm really into molecular gastronomy, which is kind of like food science. And something really common in molecular gastronomy is like a gelatin plastic. So I kind of based my idea on that and changed the ingredients up. And I spent 5 months experimenting, and I finally got a recipe that I'm happy with.
And so what is in this wrap? I mean, here it's edible. So you could wrap up your sandwich and then just eat the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
What does it taste like, though? I'm going to have to taste it. This is your raspberry flavour.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to taste it. Is that raspberry? Funnily enough. Amazing.
Yeah.
Delicious. That would actually make like a slice better.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you go about doing this, and why does it take a 16-year-old girl from New Zealand to come up with something like this when, I mean, once it's done, it seems obvious?
Yeah, I don't know, like, I just really wanted to make a difference with the plastic pollution, and yeah, with my interest in molecular gastronomy, I felt that it was just something that I could do to help.
Can I ask you, how does one get an interest in molecular gastronomy?
I don't know, I've just always been into cooking, and you know Heston Blumenthal?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm a really big fan of his, and he does a lot of molecular gastronomy, so I just kind of researched what he was doing, and I just got really into it. So
you're into cooking, but you're obviously into chemistry too.
Yeah.
What is in this?
The main ingredient is agar. I can't really say much more than that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's a secret, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you do have to protect your product, and
yeah.
so I guess the next step for you is turning this into a business proper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you got investment?
I'm looking at getting investors. That would be really helpful, because I'm trying to license the product so that I can produce at large scale, because I'm just doing it in my own home kitchen at the moment, and it's not really sufficient. So yeah.
I think it's just so amazing, but there are some people out there who would want to use it but possibly not eat it. So can you get rid of it safely then?
Yeah, so if you don't want to eat it, you can just dissolve it in hot water, and you don't have to worry about it.
And it just disappears.
Do you want that? I'm a boy. There was food and
I know.
to me. I had
really
to try.
good. It's hilarious.
Would you suggest, because I've got 3 kids, right, and so we've got the beeswax wrapping for lunches. Could they eat this every day?
Yeah, it's totally healthy, and it's all flavoured with freeze-dried flavours, like freeze-dried powders. So it's all natural. Yeah.
What other flavours do you have?
At the moment, I've just got these 3 flavours, but I'm looking at expanding in the future.
Sorry,
this is called green herb.
Green herb, raspberry, and then unflavoured.
That's quite good. It's like seaweed.
Yeah.
Do you roll it up to eat, or do you just kind of stuff it in your mouth? Or do you kind of...
Well, because if you wrap like a slice or something in it, you can just eat the whole thing. But I suppose I've had some people just eating it out of the packet. So, yeah.
Here is a slice.
It's a good snack.
That you prepared earlier.
Yeah.
And I would like to see Haydo eat that whole thing like that, because it's wrapped in its plastic. Put this in your lunchbox, and then you just straight away put it in your mouth. Chuck it in your gob.
That seems really weird, doesn't it?
No. Yes.
Yes.
Look at that. Sorry if you wanted to eat that slice for lunch, you can't anymore.
You know, the magic of television, no one ever looks good eating on television.
I know. So what is the next step for you? Where are you going to take this?
I'm thinking about producing oat bars. So, like trampers and hunters, they eat a lot of like protein bars and that kind of thing when they're out. So having a bar with a biodegradable, edible wrapper would be really good for the environment, because it reduces the risk of someone littering or having to hold on to like a dirty wrapper. So yeah.
Absolutely. And do you want to take over the world with this? Can you see this working everywhere, not just here in New Zealand?
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. If I can find someone who will produce at large scale, because then like I can just sell it to like supermarkets because they use a lot of plastic in their like vegetables and things. So.
Speaking of supermarkets using a lot of plastic, there is a lot of plastic in the packaging, and you obviously have to package these, which feels like plastic.
No, but it's not. It's fully compostable. So, yeah, everything's biodegradable, compostable. So, yeah.
Do you think that this could have another use, the plastic wrap that you've come up with? Could we be buying stuff with only with our products made out of it?
Yeah, that is something else that could potentially come from this. I was also thinking agricultural uses as well, because cows, obviously, they see plastic and they eat the plastic. And so if something like this, if they eat it, it's not going to cause them any harm, because it's edible.
You're amazing. I honestly am so impressed.
So smart.
Brooke Moore, passion for molecular gastronomy, as you do at the age of 16. Thank you so much.
Thank you.